Alright guys, so welcome to the next episode of the After Show. So we're gonna go around and just introduce ourselves, starting with Larry.
Hi, I am Larry.
Okay, I'm Bianca.
Hey, I'm Wesley.
I'm Heather.
And I'm Trey. So on this episode, it was quite interesting. It was a little heavier than the previous episodes, but you saw what went on in the episode. So we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit. So when starting off, have you guys ever been in a situation, or have you ever gone out and, let's just jump right into it. Have you ever gotten drugged while out? Or somebody ever put something in your drink?
No.
No?
No.
Have you ever, what would you do if you were in that situation?
That situation would never happen for me because I was taught early on, never leave your drink anywhere unattended. Mm-hmm. And even though I'm a guy and I'm not a woman, I don't trust people. So if I leave my drink and I go away, I'm not testing that drink anymore. I'm getting another drink and I'm never going to get drugged. For me. So, I can't speak for anybody else though.
You wouldn't let someone buy you a drink?
Yeah, do you still?
No, I don't do that either. I got my own money. I'm good. Or if I do decide, no, I'm not gonna lie. Twice has happened in my life, but I'm walking with you and I'm going with you to the bar.
Oh, okay.
Even if I go to somebody's house and they're like, you asked me, do you want something to drink? I said yes. A water, bottled. Right. So when you brought it to me, and right, she know. I don't play them games. I mean, you cool. It's a nice house, but I don't
know you like
right, that part. I'm not gonna put my life in anybody else's
if a guy buy you a drink at the bar?
Yeah, but I'm at the bar and I can see the drink as
that
well.
part.
But I'm kind of like with him. I'm very conscious of like I don't leave my drink or whatever. And we going to the bar. I'm gonna see the bartender make the drink, or the waitress gonna bring the drink to me. It's not gonna be two hands before it gets to my hand.
Right. Even if I'm at a restaurant, and I have like my cup, my drink or whatever, plate of food, and I forgot some stuff at the drink, the condiments or whatever, I will put a napkin, straw, sit it to where I can see it and make sure if I'm going in that direction, I can turn back and look. Yeah, I don't play them games.
I'm not that paranoid.
You just never know, because if you enjoy that drink and then you start leaning.
I just have been in the scenario where I feel like the people around me would actually do something like that to me, but you never know because you can be in a different environment. Like if it's in a club or whatever, you just don't know. I'm kind of funny anyway. Like I used to drink a whole lot. I don't drink like I used to. Not like I was an alcoholic. No
judgment.
I'm just saying, I just don't drink like I used to. But if it's a celebratory thing, it's my birthday, whatever, I'm turning up. If I go buy me a drink, I'm drinking it. So I think because of my environment and how I kind of conduct myself now, I'm not usually in that scenario, and I pray I'm never in that scenario because that will.
So you kind of feel like your friends be looking out for you too.
Oh yeah, you gotta look out. And if my friends ain't looking out for me, they ain't my friend. Like what we doing?
That part.
I think for me, I'm more the mama bear. I'm the one who watches out for everyone when I go out. So that's the main reason why it never happened to me. But yeah, I'm watching everybody drink. Like, are you done with this? And then you walk away. And so we kind of have that conversation around, you having that person you trust. Because at the end of the day, if you come back and you drugged and you had friends that were standing there watching your cup, we got problems. Mm-hmm.
So that kind of leads into the next question. So, do you go out alone?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever gone out alone?
No. I mean, if I go out, it'll probably be like to the movies. I'll go out to the movies by myself. But I don't prefer to go to like a club or a house party or something by myself. Nah.
What about you?
I don't necessarily club anymore, but like I go to, like, my friend is promoting concerts, and I definitely show up there by myself plenty of times because I feel like I'm gonna know somebody. I'll see somebody I know, so I don't mind doing that. I do go to the movies alone, but I don't go to like the club unless I'm meeting people there.
Right.
I'll show up by myself, but I'm meeting somebody there. But I ain't just rolling up to the club like, hey, let's see what's popping.
Right.
I ain't got nobody to talk to.
I mean,
right, just in the corner.
Right, being ready to talk to
the song come on,
like,
right.
What's up, what?
Right.
So, I mean, has this ever happened to a friend of yours? Or, like, not even being drugged, but just getting to the point where they're so inebriated that their judgment is lacking?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That has happened a number of times. Like I said, I'm the mama bear, and I'm always the one who's like, all right, let's go. Or, who are you? Do you know who this man is? And, or, do you know who this woman is? Like, you know, I've seen people almost get dragged off, and I'm like, no, we're not today, not on my watch. So, you know, I mean, you know, once you have that friends that's like inebriated, now you're looking like, okay, like, you know, we have a go to the bathroom buddy, especially once you've had a lot to drink. So now I'm pairing with, okay, you stay with this person, I'm going to go with you to the bathroom. Make sure, you know, somebody don't get you in the bathroom on the way back, especially if you at a house party too, and there's a whole bunch of other people, you get snatched up into a room, and I'm over here like 5 minutes later, where's she at? You know what I mean? So I've always been that person that kind of watches out for everybody. But yeah, I've had a little couple people that, you know, went missing for like 60 good seconds, and I was like, oh, APB out, and you know, and now I gotta go looking for you. But yeah, it's scary situations, man. You know, like, what were you
How long
thinking?
do you wait before you go look for the person?
Well, first of all, well, my thing is, first of all, we usually have a buddy system. Usually there's a buddy system when going to the bathroom, especially at like a club. It's like a buddy system. Like usually girls, you know, like, girl, let's go to the bathroom. The two of us going, but one of us maybe got to go, but with two of us going. But then at a house party, it's a little different because, you know, you at a house. But, you know, I give you a little time, and I'm like, okay, whenever I seen somebody watching you, I'm watching them watch you. And so, I'm a former cop. So I think that also plays into...
He's like, I'm like, girl,
Watching the watch.
you're watching everybody.
Watching everybody.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what good friends do.
Yeah.
Like, good
I
friends
watch
never
you,
see
but like, I'm gonna need you to hold your life together too.
Right.
I'm trying to have fun.
Are you having fun at this party? You can watch everybody else. Did you come to a party? Did you come to watch everybody?
That would go to a house party, and just as soon as I walk in, I done count how many people is in the room, where the exit at, where the butter knife at, where the butcher knife at.
You
Just
do
in
all that
case.
at the house?
And what the X is at.
Right, yeah.
Well, yeah, I am my daddy taught
Aware
me that a long
surroundings.
time ago, and I've always been like, know where your exes are and be aware.
Yeah.
So I'm like that no matter where I'm at. So I walk in
I'm very
anywhere.
observant.
I need to know how to get out, you know, and I'm gonna try to be as close to an exit as possible. Cause you never know what might pop off, you know. So that's kind of
Exactly.
crazy.
And I think
right
you watch the host of the party too, and you kind of know who doesn't belong. And like, okay, who invited them? Like, once I see their face, like,
Right.
you don't know who that is.
You
You know how sometimes people invite other people, and it's
Right.
like your plus one is like somebody that really was like, no, we don't
Right.
trust you.
You'd be like,
So
grab
now
your
I'm looking
purses,
at
grab
you.
your bags,
Right.
cut your pearls.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the episode, Terrell kind of leaves Andre at the party and goes off and does his own thing, right? And then these two random guys kind of come up to Andre. So is it kind of Andre's fault? Like, do you kind of blame the victim in that situation? Or does he have is part of what happened his responsibility?
I'd say you're grown, you're an adult, you should be able to understand what's going on or what you're getting yourself potentially into. That's how I look at all these situations. But I mean, I don't know. I just think you're grown. So
I don't know. I mean, this has happened to me before.
so you've been the victim.
It has. I have been, and it's interesting because it was somebody that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, I don't drink. So, like, I had been drinking that night. I was, like, 21. And it was actually a girl I worked with. And she was, like, she's, like, 6'1", so she's...
Oh, shit.
No, I don't.
She took advantage.
And so,
Right.
like, I was, like, literally...
Like,
Like,
I'm
I was,
a
like, when I was 21, I was, like,
Right.
165. I was, like, 6'3", 165. So, I was, like, really slim. And I had just laid on the floor. So, she, like, got on top of me. And, like, I couldn't
move.
I couldn't get up. I couldn't move or whatever. And she was like trying to undo my belt. Luckily, she couldn't get my belt buckle undone to take my pants off. But she was like going all the way. And it was at a house party. And it was just like the person I came with was like off doing their own thing. And I was just like, after I was like, I can't believe she like was doing that for real. But
I mean,
What did
did
you
you
do?
come-
Like,
yeah.
did you come?
like I tried like to like push her
Box,
off,
you
but
gotta box.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't gonna hit her, but I was like go ahead.
She
stop,
tried to
stop,
rape
go
you.
ahead.
You should have hit her ass. She like put you down. Like, you know, let me be very clear. I don't believe in domestic violence, and I don't believe in
Disclaimer.
But if you
However.
feel like your life is threatened, I don't care, male or female, you better hit them. And then she been like, done trapped you down on the ground.
Yeah, and I
Yeah, you
think
should have punched her in the face.
So what happened? Like, I guess in my mind, what happens after? Like, okay, in the moment, of course, you fighting for your
right.
for your pearls. However, after the fact, when you kind of have now sobered up or things are different, when you see that person again, then I guess how did you handle that?
I was more distant. Like, you know, like we used to be playful, and then she was like, "Oh, I was so drunk, I don't remember."
You was lying.
And then I know, and I was
you
like,
trying to write me. What?
But like, so how did it end? Did somebody come in the room? What happened?
yeah, somebody ended up coming in the room, but like we were like struggling for a minute.
Oh,
it
wow.
felt like forever, and I was like, "Girl, get off me!" And she was like, "No." And I mean, I'm laughing now, but it was in the moment it wasn't funny. I think I did, and somebody that was outside the window heard like us hustling and came in because it was at a house, and it was. And the crazy thing about it is like we were at a gay party and like she was straight, but I guess she just thought
learn today.
She was trying to convert you.
Yeah,
you about to be
she was
delivered.
like, hey, you know, almost like that once you go black. She was trying to see. She was
and that is why I don't drink now.
Well, I mean, in your 20s, you were 21. I mean, you still
Yeah.
had some learning and some growing to do. So if I were to, me now, if I were to go to a party with a 20, or I don't know why I would, but if someone was younger, you know what I'm saying, and experienced, then yeah, I would be a little bit more protective and more
You be
conscious
kind of
of
like
it.
B.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, 27, 28, 29, 30.
At that point, you got to take some responsibility.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I still think, yes, everyone is grown. You're able to do your own thing. However, if you come with somebody, if you rode in my car and we are together, then that means we are a pair. So there will be no. Now, if you say to yourself, "Hey,"
that's when them people, your mama say, y'all went together now.
Yeah,
y'all leave together.
Right.
Now, unless you say to me, "Yo, B, when I get to this party night, my goal is to smash." So if I dip out. Now, if you come to me in your sober mind and tell me sober, more sober than drunk, "Hey, I found me one tonight." I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
Now you come.
But I mean,
But I
okay,
think
but
there's a
that don't mean we're gonna be together the whole time at the party.
No,
though.
that's what I'm saying. I get that. However, I mean, there again, while I'm at the party, I'm having fun, we chilling, we laughing, we talking. I don't know. My head is gonna be on the conscious level, like, all right. I'm just gonna kind of look over. You still straight, all right, cool.
Right.
And that's just kind of how it's gonna be. And you know, and if I see two people getting a little touchy feely, and you kind of being a little like, you know, there's this body language. I think there's a whole, but I mean, I think it's really easy to say like, oh yeah, you know, but you know, I don't know. For me, if I'm connected with someone, I don't care, even if it's just for 24 hours, and we go in there, like my spidey senses are now attached to you. Like, and if you in, you know, fight or flight mode, then I can kind of look over at you and say, okay, she or he is not comfortable. Let me go over here and,
I like that.
and ask questions. Like, you straight, girl? You good? You good?
I can vibe with what she's saying. It makes
Yeah.
sense. It makes sense. Especially if you go to a party or go to an event with someone in the same car, y'all kind of like one. So that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess so.
What you?
Well, I'm just thinking like
if I'm just thinking like,
no, if we go out, like, let's just say it's the 5 of us and it's not just a 2. Like, if it's a 2-some, then you kind of pretty much together. But if it's like 3 or more, then it's kind of like I may go to the party and see an old friend. So I may be over here vibing, and it's a house. If it's a house party, you know, I may be in the other room kicking it with somebody or catching up with somebody I hadn't seen in a while or whatever. So you don't have like direct contact with me that whole time. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, true enough, I'm not gonna leave the party without letting somebody know or telling somebody something like that. But I mean, I may go 30 minutes in the party without seeing you. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I feel like you went to the party sober, so I mean, you got to take care of yourself in this party for a little while. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right.
I mean, I didn't come to the party to watch you.
I came to babysit you.
I didn't come to babysit.
I mean,
you,
but 30
you know what
minutes
I'm
though, I might go and just be like, oh, I'm just checking in. Like, I might put my eyes on you.
Just to say, like, eyes.
I mean, that happened to me 2 weeks ago when I went to a
You got
party.
drugged?
No.
Why you so excited about
Right.
that?
And I was excited, right? I went with a buddy of mine, and everything was great. We throughout the whole party, we were together for majority of the party, and then it started to wind down. And at this point, he done had a little bit more to drink than I did. I was a designated driver, so I knew where I needed to be. But I saw him for a good 7 minutes talking to this one particular person. I did the swivel, turned my head, then turned back, and he was gone. So I said, okay, well, I did see him with the guy. Okay, whatever. 5 minutes pass, they don't come back. 7, 9-10 minutes passed. I'm like,
did you send a text? Where you at?
And I did.
Where you at?
Didn't respond. I called. The phone's off. I don't know how the phone automatically just went off. I don't know. But I'm like, okay. A couple more minutes passed, and I'm not about to go busting through nobody's house looking in rooms, but I'm kind of feeling some sort of way now because I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go at this point, and you came in my car, so I damn for sure got to find you. So I just did my little expected gadget and started seeing that people was going upstairs. So I'm like, maybe he went upstairs. Sure enough, I went upstairs, and he was standing talking to the same guy. So I'm like, okay, you've been going for, at this point now, it's like 15, 16 minutes. What's up? And so I vibe with what you were saying in terms of like just acknowledging where someone has been, and then if you see that they're not there anymore, kind of pay attention because I don't know, maybe he was smashing the person or whatever. I don't know, but you didn't tell me that she was about to disappear. You just disappeared.
Because I think, like Larry said, that can be the longest 5 minutes of your life if you tussling with somebody and you're scared out of your mind and maybe all your body functions are not, you're not able to fully have your full strength. That's terrifying. And though, you want, and of course you want to always find somebody to blame. But at the end of the day, everybody is grown. And I think, you have to take accountability and responsibility for what you did in that situation. And unfortunately, life's a bitch. Sometimes
we live in a
real
crazy
lessons.
world.
It's
crazy world.
As much as I would like to try to save you, I can't save everybody. So you got to kind of watch. You gotta watch your drink. We just talked. You gotta watch your drink. You gotta kind of somebody brings you something. You don't know these people like that. And they watching you drink it too. Like, oh,
I mean, do y'all eat at everybody's house? You don't eat at everybody's house,
right?
So I mean, it's the
eat
same.
at everybody's house.
Same thing.
And I don't do the whole cookout, and y'all got the food sitting out all day.
Your potlucks, that's all right.
No. I like my life. I don't want to be dead because I ate some old macaroni cheese.
So I had mine was just intentional. It didn't get that far, but I think I got drugged at a party one time before. Well, it was actually at a bar. So what happened was it was me and some friends were out. And I was actually at the bar. And I was buying my own drink. But it was this guy trying to talk to me at the bar. And my friends were right there. And then I wasn't really trying to talk to the dude or whatever. But his friend was trying to talk to one of my friends. And so they somehow got into it because of whatever. They didn't want to talk to each other. So they were going back and forth or whatever. So I got my drink in my hand. And I'm trying to be the peacemaker. Y'all chill out. We at a public place. Don't be that guy. And so meanwhile, so they finally, and then the guy's trying to give me his number or get my number, so I just gave him a number just so he would just go on or whatever, right? And so meanwhile, and mind you, this about, if the club closed at say this 1:30, and so we go on the rest of the party. I'm good. I drank my drink by then or whatever, and I'm good. And we walk outside. I get to the car and it's I can't move. I literally sat down in the car and I could not move. It was I don't know what it was. I don't know. And so I don't know if he put something in my drink in that moment at that time or whatever, because I'm a heavy drinker. I can drink a lot. I can take down some drinks and I'm good. But I couldn't move. And it was thankfully I was with my friends, because when I sat down in the car, I really couldn't pick my head up. I felt I couldn't open my eyes or anything. And I had to throw up. I threw up 5-6 times that night. I didn't know what was going on with me. It was an out-of-body experience or whatever. And so I think it's very important that you don't go out alone and just be mindful of that. And I mean, my friends are right there with me and it still happened. So I mean, you just have to be mindful, and you have to be very aware of your surroundings and aware of your drink, even when it's in your hand. Because I mean, I was sitting there talking to the dude, everybody around me, and I'm holding it or whatever.
My dad taught me,
and it takes that quick.
It comes with you.
That swivel is important.
That swivel. Your drink can't be over here.
Right, your hand can't be like this, and you sit here talking, and your drink over here next to somebody else.
Hold that thing this.
That's an invitation for them to put something in there.
Pick me. No, you
can't
pick me.
You can't right here, and then they because that what happened to you, Trey. You had your cup over here because they got
right.
How you know
I should have stayed in my
business. Distraction.
You ever walk through a crowd with your drink? My drink be all the way up here.
Okay.
And I'm usually the
I'm
tallest
already
person in the room.
Right. I'm
right here.
I'm the tallest person in the room, but can't play them games.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, with that being said, because Trey kind of gave some advice, what would be your advice to someone young, going out, somebody, because I mean, we might have people who are in their 20s or teens, really starting to club and do those things. What would be your advice to them to be safe?
Well, I definitely piggyback on the pairs thing because when we grew up, you go out, you do y'all, you come together, you lead together, you be together, you do, watch out. When I was in college, we would do that. I had friends that drank really heavy in college. One of my friends, I had to carry her up the steps in her apartment. Yeah, true friend. And I was like, bitch, you can't keep drinking like this because I can't.
We gotta have a hard time.
Like, that ain't my job.
Right.
But because we together, I feel like you do have to look out for each other, and you have to be careful of who you select as your friends. You know who you can go out with, who know they're gonna have your back, and then you got them friends that's gonna run off and leave you in the middle of a place that you might not be comfortable with. Because it probably took me a minute to be comfortable in a non-familiar environment with people and be able to talk to them. I probably wouldn't have done that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So as a young individual, you're in your 20s, you may not have that self-confidence, and then they might feel like they need to be up under somebody or whatever. So I feel like you need to know who you're with. Maybe have some little discussions and rules going out. Hey,
yes.
That's a drink limit, perhaps?
Not even necessarily a drink limit, because I can't tell you, because I know people who drink 1 or 2 drinks and be on the flow. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody else can drink like 5 and 6 and they still walking on drive your own. So you can't really say on the limit, but I do think you need to have a conversation and be like, hey, so you might, my homeboy gonna be here, I'm the little dude, I'm hollering, he's gonna be here, so I'm just letting you know, if it's a good night, I might be riding out with him, and we gonna have a conversation. Right. Like I've been to the club. Well, my best friend, we be at the club. We go to the club together. Might be in 2 separate cars, but she was like, okay, I'm gonna leave with him, but I know him, and I'm like, hey, she's straight. Or I might have left the club and left her with someone. I'm like, look out for my girl, because you know what? If she don't come home, they gonna come find you. So, and I can say, I left her at this spot with this person, this, that. I got his number. I do feel like you need to have them type of conversation. That was us in the 20s in Atlanta partying in the club. Like, bitch, I'm about to go home and go to sleep. You still having a good time. You need to watch out for her. And they actually got married. So, hey.
All right now.
Look at you, great happy home.
Hey, that's what I do.
Did you do the wedding cake?
No, I don't do no wedding cakes.
Oh.
I do groom cakes. I don't do wedding cakes.
Oh.
Too much pressure. Like, okay. You finna be calling me talking about your cake fell over. I'm good. And I not getting your money back. No.
That's real.
What about you, Wiz? What advice do you have for that?
I agree wholeheartedly with everything that she said. I would definitely say have a DD, designated driver, right off the rip. Unfortunately, you can't drink as much as everybody else. Unfortunately. But definitely have a DD. And just make sure you're going out with the right people. Especially if you haven't had that experience with them before, definitely talk about it. But once you do start having these experiences, you'll know what to expect, what not to expect, what to do, what not to do. But yeah, definitely go with the right people, because we saw what happened with the young lady that was in the hotel with her friends, and she was out there with her friends, and then everybody's having a good old time, and then she ends up gone.
How was you going that long? Questions. Carry on.
Right. It's a lot. It's a whole.
No head was on a swivel.
Right. It was a lot going on.
In a hotel.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah, that is that. Yeah.
So
and y'all smoking. So somebody.
We got
there's no moment of clarity.
It's a lot of questions with that situation.
But somebody should have had details, facts.
Right.
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 Yeah. I think my advice would be, like I say, have a conversation, lay the ground rules. You hate to have to be the party bummer. You want to just like, hey, we're going out, we're going to have a good time. This is how we make sure everybody comes home safe. And, just kind of set those ground rules when you go out. Now we're in the age of Uber and Lyft, and so, maybe you don't have to be overly conscious about who's the designated driver now. But somebody needs to be, sober enough to call a ride or, whatever. And, just make sure you have all those ground rules. I still, like we reiterated before, watch your cup. If you walk away from your drink and you don't trust your friend like that to, hey, I'm going to the bathroom, can you watch my cup? Watch your cup, Cause I know I also saw the video about the young lady. Her friends put her in a Lyft, and the Lyft driver was like, I just can't, with good conscience, take her home. She was passed out. Her friends drug y'all saw that? Drug her to the car.
But I'm not mad at the Lyft driver. I wouldn't have took her either,
but I am mad at them friends though. Them friends are no longer friends because you drugged me, gave the man her apartment.
They drugged her and put in the Lyft?
They pulled her threw her in the car, gave him her
talking,
apartment key,
and said,
told her
"Send
where
her
she lived at, here's her apartment key. I'm like, they're no longer my friends. But that's what I'm saying. Once we establish the rules, but there again, at the end of the day, everyone is grown. So you do need to make sure that you're able to call your own, Lyft, Uber. Now, like I say, we are in the age where we might split up because everyone can take an Uber or a Lyft, but just know the ground rules. Check in. Hey, girl, I'm leaving. I'm always the person to say, okay, who you leaving with? What's their tag number? What's their date of birth? Their name? Those are the things you need for warrants. So I just need to make sure, he tells
It be like that though.
he tells you his name is Todd, and then his name ain't even Todd. So I want you to see your license and take a picture. And ain't nothing personal. We just don't know you well enough tonight.
That's a good one. I mean, picture of your license.
That's a great one. I think at the end of the day,
you would take a picture of somebody's license, or just not that?
No, whenever like in my early 20s, when I was just trying to figure out who the hell I wanted to be as an adult, my best friend knew everything. Where I was going, the address, I sent pictures, everything. She knew everything.
I'm in my 40s now, and if I go, like when I did Match, I'd be like, look,
this
the address,
this his name,
this his phone number, this is what I'm going. I mean, I do that. I'd be like, if I come up,
you do that every time, like if you go on a date with Uber, or you meet somebody on say an app, you let somebody know where you are or where you go.
My mom is now back dating. She sends me all the information. I need to know where they are, because if you end up missing, the first person gonna come ask is family members. I need a baby to say, I don't know where she was at. Not I.
Yeah.
Man, I'd take a picture of the front door.
Right. Here. Arrive.
Yeah.
Right. There's a person who met on Plenty of Fish. He now is dead. The girl's swearing up and down that he never made it to the date. Obviously they're finding out more information as it goes on. So you just never know.
She done killed the man.
She done got him. Nah. He's gonna be 22. But so that you have all these stories and all these horrors. But I'm just saying, so you have to kind of set the rules, set the parameters. That's with dating. That's with going to clubs. Just kind of have to set, just put some guidelines in to how to be safe and how to come home safe. And then like you say, after you get to know the person, hey, I'm going on a date with Todd. It was like, okay, we know who Todd is. He's cool. But I'm just saying, so I think at the very beginning, just with anything, you just want to have some rules. And
even then, when you know them, be safe.
Okay.
Right.
My mother is like that.
Because they might be... They might show they crazy. Crazy may come out.
They got their storefront on. They got their representative.
Right. And then you kind of be like, I didn't know he was going to be.
I didn't know he was crazy.
I thought you were saying something. You weren't saying that.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. So make sure if you're going. So I think something. So final thoughts. I think make sure if you're from the end thought going on dates with somebody you may have met on the app or something. Let somebody know where you are.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you going out at a party or something, make sure you got some buddies with you. Yes. Trustful friends, buddies with you and everything. And then just be mindful that you are still an adult. So you got to make good decisions.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So just going around the room, final thoughts. Say your name, where they can find you on social media, any final thoughts you might have.
I am Larry. You can find me at Mr. Carter ATL. I just think it's important to be safe. Always stay with a friend. Like you learn in elementary school, keep a buddy.
I'm Bianca. You can find me at B4Real83. And my final thought is, just be prepared. Just always, you're responsible for your own self. So be prepared.
I am Wesley. You can find me at A Connection TV on Instagram and Twitter. Letter A Connection TV. And I'm just going to reiterate everything that they said. Be smart, be mindful, and anything can happen in today's world. So make sure it doesn't happen to you.
I am Heather. You can find me at Cake Street. KAKESTRY. Cake with a K. Instagram, Twitter. And if you need a cake, holla at me. I will reiterate everything that they just said. In addition to not like knowing your surroundings, having that conversation, set the rules before you go out, and like you said, be an adult. Because at the end of the day, no one is really responsible for you except for you.
And I'm Trey _Floyd 3. And I just everything that they just said, and just live your life, have a good time, but make sure that be mindful of what you're doing. Know your surroundings and know what you're doing, and don't put yourself in bad situations. So just be thoughtful. Make sure you watch. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you go back and watch the show again. And then you come back and watch this one all over again. Share with your friends, and thank you for watching.
All right.